So we getting the hood sanded down. It's rough going because it's all got to come off, but it's getting there. But on these places right here, we've been sanding this with 220. We're gonna hit this right here, some 80 grit, and V this out and clean this up, because we're gonna fill it with some fiberglass mat and some resin. So we'll get that cleaned up and show you what it looks like. Alright, so we've been sanding and sanding and sanding. We're getting really close. We've got a few areas prepped here that we need to do some repair work on. This one, you see a couple little light spots there. I'm gonna hit them with the resin. But about got it. We'll get through getting this all the paint knocked off. We'll get the turn signals off of it, and we'll start our repairs. Got a place right there, one place right there. Might try to fix a little bit of that right there. I'm gonna put some they call them elephant ears. They cover the air intakes right there. They cover them up, and they're chrome, so you probably won't see that edge right there. But so that's what we got right now. I couldn't even tell you how many hours of sanding this is, but it's necessary to get the quality result that we're after. So we're gonna keep on getting it, and as usual, we'll show you as we go. Alright, so we prepped this cracked fender, and we've got fiberglass matting in here and resin, and it looks rough, but we're gonna grind it down or sand it down and see what she looks like, and maybe do another coat. We have to do the edge of the fender here where we clamped it together, but we did the inside too. Like a couple layers of matting and resin. So we'll sand that down and see what she looks like. We also want these thin places that have burnt through. Put some resin on them too. Alright, so here's our repaired area, and it looks really nice. This is cracked all the way up into here, and we still got to finish up here where we had it clamped. We got a little air hole there, but pretty much that crack is gone. We should finish filling that little bit, sand it down. Should be good to go. And we also, like I said, we repaired it from the inside, put fiberglass matting in. I mean, you can see through it, but you're seeing through the clear resin and the fiberglass matting. It's all bonded strong. I bonded it all the way down to here. See, it was cracked all the way up to there. So got that pretty straight. Looks pretty good. Alright, so we out here again today working on this Kenworth, and I got finished up on this fender crack here. Need to do the sanding on it, and then I laid some resin on these stress cracks, and we're gonna see. We'll sand this down and see how this looks, and see if it's gonna do. And if it is, then we're gonna probably re-resin this whole front clip and the top of the cab, because there's little hairline cracks in all of it, and this should reseal that and take care of that. So we're gonna do that. But this is the first time I've had the hood shut since I took the grill out of it, because it's such a reach, you can hardly get to all the fasteners with the grill in it. You take the grill out and then you can stand up in there and get the fasteners out to get the rest of the grill trim off. And it was just easier to get to sanding it with the hood up, but when I laid this resin down, I didn't want to be fighting gravity, and I did partially over here. So we'll see how it turns out. But we also got it to where we can get to some areas that we couldn't get with the hoods up. So we're gonna get on that. I've got a lot of the roof done, but not quite. I'm not quite halfway here. I got my reflective tape off the corners of the cab, which the glue on that was tougher than the glue on any of the lettering or the DOT numbers. But so I got it all off and it looks good. So I'll get this wiped down. Got to get my horns off and get my clearance lights. And there's a patch right there. Looks like they had a beacon light up here. And this antenna is a two-way antenna. I'll get it off of there and get those holes patched up properly. So that's what we're looking at. The rest of this, I'm not going to have to take this cab all the way down like I had to do the front end. So just scuffing it up and getting it ready. So we're getting there, but this is, I knew it was going to be a lot of work, but it's been a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. But we're getting it, so I'll show you as we go. Alright, so I showed y'all that I had put a coat of resin all over this fender here. You can still see part of it right here in the hood. But I've sanded all of it off. Now this was to fill some hairline stress cracks. So I've got all that done. I've got a lot more sanding to do on the other side. And I've come to the conclusion I'm going to try a roller. This was done with a brush. I'm going to try a roller to see if I can't get it on a little smoother and get the coat a little thinner so I don't have to do so much sanding. Plus I think that the roller will push the resin down into the cracks a little better. So we're gonna finish prepping this side of the hood, get it all cleaned up, and then roll a thing of resin on it and let it cure. We still got to get this place repaired, which I've got it pretty much prepped. And then the whole top of this truck is fiberglass. And so I'm gonna get up here and get the horns off of it and get the clearance lights and everything off the top, and finish sanding it down and get it ready so I can I can pretty much roll everything at the same time. And this little stuff right here, I might try to work on a little bit more, but I got a shield that's going to cover the majority of that up, so I'm not really worried about that part of the hood. I've got a, I don't know, a quarter of the back of the cab sanded. But once I get this glass part fixed, I don't think the rest of the sanding is going to take too long and get it prepped to paint. Now we got to pull the stacks, we got to pull the mirrors, we got to pull the breathers off of this thing so that we can paint it without having to tape a whole bunch of crap up. The less stuff you tape around, really the better your paint job's going to be, and that's what we're after. We want to paint it once and have it last and not have to worry about, you know, lifting around a bad tape line or anything like that. So we're going to get on taking a bunch of this stuff off, take a little break from sanding for a minute, but we're going to start with taking the stuff off the roof so we can finish prepping it, and that way we can lay this glass down and be sanding on other parts of the cab while this fiberglass is curing. So that's the plan. We're moving forward with it. Hadn't done, like I said, a whole bunch of video, and these clips that I'm putting together has been like 2 weeks time period, because most of this work it's time consuming and tedious and not very video worthy. So I'm kind of just showing you the progress without showing you a whole bunch of the actual work, because it's just boring. It doesn't make very good viewing at all. So I'll be so glad when I get the prep done. But you know, a paint job, the prep is like 90% of the work, and then the spraying part is 10%. So, or maybe the prep's 80-something%. The painting's 10%, and then the reassembly, but something like that. Anyway, the spraying, the actual spraying part of the job is nothing compared to all the work that it takes to get the job ready. So we're gonna get back on this and I'll show you as we go.